the point I made regarding the youth bomb and the whole digital as a national security threat is part of the conversations that were happening in the Pakistani government, the development sector, the intellectual crowd, where all of a sudden this new wave of digitalization, which they don't understand, has become a sort of out of control monster. So I know personally the military officers as senior as the rank of the last army chief to senior 3 stars, logging on to Twitter at night and looking at what was being said about them and going crazy, ballistic, because they couldn't differentiate between a legit voice to a 16-year-old tweeting shit tweeting about the army chief. And to a point, it became so bad that being in the system, I realized that the so-called strategic institutions had now become day to day on the day-to-day functioning. So the
Mm.
whole strategy, the 5-year plan, the 6-year plan, the strategic mindset, the intelligence came down to literally one thing: what was being said about me, why was it being said about me. So I think that change happened right in front of me. I worked in the system for about decade plus, and I realized that 2011 it wasn't that way. The digitalization and the social media boom really affected one institution by and large, because the politicians were very quick, the political parties, to adapt to the new reality of digitalization, but those that were above the whole criticism took took the most beating out of it, or they felt a little bit more deeply about it. So that was one problem. Now the second problem is, who's driving that entire digitalization? It's the youth. So this whole narrative, if you would have looked very closely, when the Imran Khan went out, he was toppled over, and this whole narrative started coming that he is corrupting the youth. That was one main point. He's corrupting the youth because he's telling them to tweet and this troll farms and this and that. I want to make this point very upfront and clear. Troll farms and all of these were 2015, 2017 things. In 2023 you had legitimate voices, but it becomes very easy for people in power and status quo past to discredit every voice as a troll, because now you can't handle the truth that is coming out of the pipe. So I think the conversation I was witnessing over there is that, and which by the way is still very much there, the national security apparatus has conceived and conceptualized the digital and youth as a topmost national security threats. And now that is very dangerous, because how else do you build a nation if you're not going to introduce technology? And if you're going to be, I mean, if you're going to be anti-technology and anti-youth, good luck in building a nation then.